All right, guys, check your email. I sent you the notes uh, on this through your email. Today, there is no hard copy. So, bust out your iPad, check your email, download this to Notability. If you don't have your iPad, bust out some paper and start writing furiously. Your notes need to be the same as this. But today, what we're going to talk about is mean, median, and mode. We're actually going to spend a couple days about this, but we're going to sketch out the broad strokes today, and then we'll get into some wonkier problems tomorrow. Mean means the average. Mean means to find the average. Now, what that means is you find the sum of the entries divided by the number of entries. So the sum of the entries divided by the sum of entries. So for example, suppose we had the numbers 6, 9, and 15. Well, what we would do is we would add these up. 6 plus 9 is 15, plus 15 is 30. That's the sum over the number of entries. Now there's 1, 2, 3 different entries here, so it's 30 divided by 3, which would be 10. The average of 6, 9, and 15 is 10. All right, now that brings us to the next thing we're going to talk about. Next thing is called median. The median is the middle number when the entries are arranged in order. And I'm going to call it ascending order. All right, so for example, back to our 6, 9, and 15. 6, 9, and 15, the middle term, here's the left side, here's the right side. The middle number is 9. So the median of those three numbers is 9. That's a little bit different than the average. See how the average was 10? Here it's 9. But here's the thing. What if we had 4 entries? How about 6, 9, and remember, it's got to be in order. So 6, 9, we're going to make 12, and 15. Now, you look at the left and the right end. Remember, it's got to be the middle term. Now, when there's an odd number of terms, it's easy. You take the numbers from the left and right, and they cancel out, and the middle number is your term. But here, we got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. There isn't a number that's right here in the middle. So what you have to do is you're going to take the 2 numbers that are in the middle and you're going to find the mean or the average. So in this case, 9 plus 12 divided by the number of entries. There's 2 of them. So 9 plus 12 is 21 divided by 2, which is 10.5. If there's 4 numbers or an even numbers, you're going to have to find the 2 middle terms and find the average of the 2 middle terms. If it's an odd number of entries, it's just that middle term. All right, that brings us to mode. Mode is the entry that occurs most often. The entry that occurs most often. Now, it can happen where there is no mode. For example, look at our first example here with mean. We had 6, 9, and 15. Each one of these numbers happens once, so there is no mode. But if we had something like 4, 6, 8, 6, 11, there's 5 numbers here. Each one of these happens only one time except for 6. So the mode would be 6 in this case. All right, so these notes aren't the clearest. Sorry, y'all, but we'll do the broad strokes. And we'll iron it out later. All right, so example one. List the following numbers in order. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 entries here. So what I would do is write them in order above it, find the smallest one. So the smallest one here is 15. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to cross it out as I go so I remember that I used it. So 15, I think 18, 20. The only thing is 20 seems to happen 3 times here. 20, 20, 20. Then I'm at 25, 27, 30, and 33. Notice how I put them above the numbers so I make sure that I have the right amount. I just put them in a different order. All right. What is the mean? Now remember, mean means average. Mean means average. So we're going to add all of these up. So use your calculator. 15 plus 18 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 25 plus 27 plus 30 plus 33. I believe we get 208. Double check me, make sure that I'm right. 208 divided by the number of entries. Now in this case, we have 9 entries here, so 208 divided by 9. Our average here is 23.11. All right, that decimal, we just round it. So the mean, the average is 23.11. Now, the median is what I like to do is I just take the ends, work my way to the middle. All right, so I have 4 crossed out on the left, 4 crossed out on the right. This number here is my middle number, my middle or my median. The median is 20. 20. Now, the last one is the mode. What is the mode? Remember, mode is the one that happens most often. Well, I got 1 of everything, except 20 seems to happen a lot. All right, so my mode is also 20. Oops. Let's go on to the next example. Scores in ascending. Oh, this is Jimmy's test scores. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are his test scores. So they want us to write them in order. So the smallest one is 77. Go ahead and hook this up and check your answers with mine once you're done. You can press pause. Oops. I gotta make sure I got the right ones though. 83, 88, 90, and 92. 88, 90, 92. Good. Got them all. That should be the ascending order. The mean. This is the average. So this is where you add them all up. 77 plus 80. So I got 510. So 510 divided by the number of entries. There seems to be 6 entries here. So divide by 6. And it seems the mean or the average is 85. The average is 85. Now, what is the median? The median is where it meets up in the middle. Now, I have 6 entries, so that means it's going to get tricky, right? End. These two terms in the middle, I got to find the average of 83 and 88. So 83 plus 88 divided by, there's 2 terms, 2. So 83 plus 88 is 171 divided by 2, which is, so our median is 85.5. A little bit different than our mean, but they're close. Normally, if you have a good data set, normally your mean and median are going to be really, really close. Like even up here, our mean and median were pretty close. 23 and 20, considering what we were going from 15 to 33, that's right there in the middle, right? When those start getting farther and farther apart, that's when data starts getting weird. We'll talk about that another time though. The mode. Now, which one of these numbers happens most often? Excuse me. It seems they all happen just one time. So since they all just occur once, there is no mode. Nothing happens more than any other, so there's no mode. Sometimes that's going to happen. All right, so your homework is to start looking at worksheet 4, but there's going to be some problems on worksheet 4 that are going to be pretty tough. So we'll talk more about those tomorrow. We'll take, this is the baseline of mean, median, and mode. Tomorrow we're going to take these concepts, but I'm going to put some stank on it. So until tomorrow, Smith out.